At times in the back blocks before the moon comes up, it can be as black as the inside of a cow. This is something you shouldn't do if you can avoid it. Night driving in the Outback. Not only do you run the risk of hitting a roo or wandering stock, but you can also miss out on seeing potholes and washaways in the road. You've got no peripheral vision whatsoever, so where in the daytime you'd see that emu darting out of the scrub on a collision course for your vehicle, at night time you're on top of him before you can say, "Shiver me timbers." While the government insists on giving us just 4 weeks holidays a year, chances are if you want to go four-wheel driving, especially to some remote locations like these, you will probably have to do some night driving. But there are some great things that you can do to minimise the danger. Although they're fine for tooling around the suburbs, standard headlights just don't cut it when it comes to driving in the bush. Check this out. Out here, you need auxiliary lighting. Just look at the difference. On the right hand side, you want a good long distance beam so you can see way off into the distance, while on the left hand side, a nice wide angle beam is the way to go so you can see anything lurking just off into the bush. But it does come down to more than just beam selection when you're looking at purchasing driving lights. Check out the quality of the mounts. Ask the salesman if they're actually waterproof, because if you come into a water crossing and they're not, you will trash your lights. But really, you get what you pay for. Now, your driving lights are only as good as the platform that they're bolted to. I prefer to use steel bull bars because they're simply the strongest and most stable platform you can mount your driving lights to. Not to mention they provide plenty of additional protection to the front of your 4B. Just make sure that you have strong mountings and check periodically to see that bolts are still tight. Our back roads have a way of shaking anything loose. And if you're running a fridge and other ancillary equipment, don't forget that you'll need an auxiliary battery, properly fitted, wired and isolated. You can still come to grief in your vehicle at night just as much as in the day. Engine problems, punctures. In fact, Murphy's Law dictates that you're probably more likely to have problems at night than you are in the day. I've always found these little head torches to be fantastic when you're touring around the scrub. They're great when you want to do a repair that involves both hands. They're also not bad when you're trying to cook up a little bit of tucker at the end of the day. Oh well, that's enough of the driving. Time for an ice cold refreshment.